OP banget itu yang
asal tabrak wae anjing, enggak ngeliat situasi. Abas saya lah anjing.
Pakai apa, Mac?
Maksudnya ya kontol. Kontol anjing, bukan skitter, kontol. Tahu gue mosquito sekarang. Lagi mau tunggeranya sih sekarang.
Iya. Iya, apes banget sih kalahin sekarang anjing.
Masalahnya itu udah jelas tim naon yang underdog pak.
Dan itu juga ini lagi best of one tadi. Mulai sekali.
Enggak, sekarang 3.
Enggak yang kemarin yang nonton
2 anjir.
lah 2 kali dia kalah.
BO 3
2 kali dia kalah anjing.
2-0.
Cacat. Padahal dia ini loh. Di grup dia paling atas anjing.
Udah gue bilang kan.
Sekarang lawan non anjing itu non lagi jampi-jampinya kuat banget anjing.
Kalah sama kekuatan Chelsea ya kan.
Di grup dia ada siapa aja?
Grupnya siapa?
ISM, grupnya Tundra.
SM, Talon,
Tuh ada Talon aja gue dong.
terus KD kebanggaan lu tuh.
Jadi mah jelas, sebentar lagi menang juara 3. Terus
kan?
terus siapa lagi Nyet?
Gue bilang lu udah PM di sini, bangun dari tidur tuh kan anjing.
Terus siapa lagi Nyet?
Marquez.
6 isinya.
5. Grupnya 4.
Gue sih ya wassalam lah kalau PES main. Dari dulu juga mainnya B aja soal PES aja dari 2 tahun yang lalu. Udah.
Mediocre lah.
Udah paling atas anjing. Bisa ngalahin biasa, bisa ngalahin Talon, bisa ngalahin Kiki.
Nah dia kalah, dia sering main. Dia sering sekali.
Ngalahin Kiki. 0-3 anjing. 0-3-1.
Take something from your enemy. Something precious.
KD-nya nih selamatin sama Quest aja.
5 seconds.
Side quest. Main apa nih? Oh main support gue kan.
Dikira aja pakai otak kecil lu itu anjing. Met Ted Hunter anjing. Dari
Makanya dia ban kan, gue pengen main bareng katanya.
10 seconds.
yang berimpact lah, jangan Rubik kayaknya gak ada impact kan.
Dazzle.
Anjay.
5 seconds.
Anjay, Dazzle. Sebuah solusi yang sangat solutif anjing.
Dazzle oke kan.
Udah
Razor anjing nih.
udah 100 jagger lagi waktu itu. Waktu itu mesti gila ya.
Apanya?
Maksudnya kata kita kembantai. Maksudnya pakai tight gue melee juga.
SF anjing.
Enggak, gue melee juga, Cok. Makanya kan itu
Salah,
kamu
salah.
gue melee. Gue melee juga, Met. Kayak gue jaga deh waktu itu. Yang lu melee, gue melee semuanya itu ngamuk-ngamuk anjing.
Emang iya ya?
Iya, bukan SF juga.
Kamu jago, lu bukan jago.
Ah, ngetot, masa gue lah.
Nah, Razor sih. Razor anjing lu udah nyuruh buat tight nonton.
Feeling gue gak enak nih. Kayak gue tuh pakai
Kan tai kan anjing. Lu udah nyuruh ngetik tight.
feeling gue gak enak tuh.
Enak ini dong. Pede.
Jadi ayo mampus sih.
Tuh kan dapetnya Axe offline lagi.
Waktu itu kita udah enak lawan X juga kalah anjing. Gimana sih kalau Letterson game gimana dah?
Apa?
Letterson game gimana sih?
Kok bisa?
Mana sih?
Itu bener. Ke bawah.
Ini. Oh iya, gue mau liat gue laser gue udah lupa. Iya, kita belum Discord anjingnya adalah masalah Discord.
Tuh, kubet kencing lagi. Sabar.
Anjing.
Gue belum buka Discord anjir, goblok. Discord apa spin call?
This is where you prove yourself. Well, not to me. Already made up my
Bang
mind.
kecilin badan, babi yang
Enggak,
pakai headset ini.
kecilin
gua
Dotanya.
doain budek, mati anjing.
Dotanya kecil. Lah, si Abid main Dota anjir.
By the moon.
Doain mati anjing yang pakai headset ini. Kenceng banget suara anjing.
Me to inform you that this one is in the bag.
Apa?
Party anjing.
Party apa? Kamu udah join? Mana sih? Oh,
Ih, bukan mic Discord. Tunggu suara
ya
gua
udah,
nggak
udah,
sih?
udah.
Suara lu nggak ada.
Tes. Salah.
Mau.
30 seconds.
Brother belum apa sih ini?
Loh.
Udah keluar dah. Oh udah keluar. Anjing Lincoln. Kenapa gua buat Lincoln?
I serve.
Aduh, lupa beli item lagi. Goblok.
Ini kenapa hijau?
Ganti
Gini,
dulu
anjing.
makanya itu settingan default.
Settingan goblok. Mana dah cara hero? Nah,
I have a pretty good idea how this will all turn out.
A
We'll
good
have to wait and see.
We'll turn this tide to our advantage.
Ambil goblok, hilang lagi.
Agreed.
Olil.
gua waktu ditendo. Gua masih mending warat gini nih, settingannya nggak danta anjing. Nggak danta, sensitivitasnya nggak danta. Pantes dulu Arvin bawa mau sendiri anjing.
The tide.
Cepetan main anjing.
Nggak danta anjing.
To battle.
Lah ES kan. Aksem nih.
By the moon.
Met.
Sabar.
Ih anjing enak banget dah, mouse-nya tai.
I surge.
Gak enak kenapa, Bray? Settingannya harus ada yang diganti kan.
A good path.
Nggak, dinainya di setting lagi.
I'm under attack.
Di option. Terus ke right click alive-nya to deny.
No escape.
Met, kurir lu Met, goblok.
Has been killed. Strange.
Alah usah dina lah anjing.
I hunt.
Ya gue deny slow. Alah nggak kena.
From a deep color.
Tuh gak bisa deny coy.
Sini. Tan.
9 gimana dah caranya? Met. 9 dulu Met. Gak bisa nih.
Astaga, nggak bisa 5 menit kan?
Ya udah ntar aja lah.
Cepetan option dulu makanya sekarang.
I'm hungry enough to eat up. I go.
Nah, itu bisa.
Gak bisa anjing gua klik kanan ini susah banget tai.
Cepetan option. To deny. Dah.
Ngentot dari tadi kayak anjing. Met ini lawan ES nya anjing.
Ayo sini.
By the moon.
Gua upgrade skill 3 lagi. Ini orang.
Kena sultan.
Gak bisa Met. Gak bisa mundur.
To battle.
Gue udah soft.
Gua mau ambil skill 1 soal.
I go. I move. Agreed. A good path. On the hunt.
Main maju aja kan.
Met.
Tahu.
Anjingnya malah TP ya, kalau bisa kabur anjing.
A good path.
Kalau bisa kabur udah berapa di TP dah.
Gak tahu.
I surge.
Tarik kan.
Forward. By the moon. The tide.
Mati kan.
Alah anjing.
Good path.
Kenapa nggak hit aja, Met? Hit aja.
Udah gua hit tadi kena stun.
You swim against the tide. I go. Agreed.
Kan, ES-nya kan. Tapi ada A-nya sih dua.
By the moon.
Om Bonti lu ntar.
The tide.
Jangan.
Forward. On the by the moon. On the hunt. I serve.
Sisa satu creep kan.
A good path.
Gua udah soft.
Lah, dia gebuk siapa nih? Kok nggak berasa?
Ya itu berarti.
I go. Illusion.
Bonti lu ntar.
Agreed.
Kayak lawannya lumayan.
Sensitivitas mouse di mana sih, Met? Option.
Sensitivitas apa?
Mouse.
Harus di luar kali.
To
Sometimes
Kalau data gua nggak pernah
fortification
setting.
Your middle tower is under attack.
the tide moves.
Ah, lawan lah. Ini ngapain anjing takut sama.
Kalau mau
I'm
A-nya aja.
under attack. The tide moves. Agreed. I need an egg. Good.
Ini baju-bajuan.
Udah bikin ngambek dia kan.
To
Mau
battle.
nggak, Met? Bentar.
By the moon. Zap your ass. I hunt you down. On the hunt. I surge. I go.
Yeah.
I surge. On the hunt.
A lagi kah? Ayo udah gua nih.
Sorry.
Ada S ya? Ayo kan ada.
Ya, keblok, Met. Mundur. Met, mundur, Met.
We weren't finished.
Biasa kemit tuh.
To battle. Gold for me. By the moon.
Iya, enak nih, Met. Dekat sama tower tapi hati.
Forward. Agreed.
Enak banget nih.
You can't escape the underside.
Level 6 tuh.
To the underscape with you.
I'm under attack. By the moon. To battle.
Balik dulu deh. Oh,
Double damage. On the hunt. I go. A good path. From the shallows. I surge. Running won't help. Agreed. You can't hide from the tide.
Kampus saya ini nggak ada ya? Ngelet.
I go.
Goblok mah ditarik sama Demet.
Assault.
Coba, Demet ambil tokennya nih. Kayak tebel. Met.
By
Jangan, Met.
the moon.
Nih. Ayo siap-siap kan? Ya udah ulti, 20 detik. Siapa lu ulti lu sih, kalau mau backdoorin? Ayo. 15 detik.
Regeneration.
Tahu.
Your son.
Kan. Gua lah ada coba. Holy shit. Nggak kelihatan gua. Duh, ultimate. Sayang. Oh my god. Pasti mantul.
The seeds of fortune.
Karena BM aja.
My skin breathes again.
Baterai ada kan? Kemana dah?
I could eat a secret. Think of it as caviar. Good cat. I surge. I go now.
Udah hilang, Met. Udah banyak.
On the hunt. I surge.
Salah bikin sepatu lagi ngentot.
Goblok anjir.
Semua ada TP.
Sama.
By the moon.
Sebuah. Atas semua itu.
To battle. Agreed. I could even see horror. I'm under attack.
Gak di heal lagi met orang met. Udah met, balik met, udah hilang semua.
Bisa regen tower ya.
Makanya.
The tide moves. A good path. Bounty. On the hunt.
Lagi musuhnya.
Kayak di bawah dah.
Bawa met. Met, bawa met. Bawa met, musuh di bawah met. Saya hilang soalnya. Gak mungkin inspektor sendirian dok.
Ada akses pasti. Soalnya di mid lagi. Akses fix di bawah nih.
Gampang ya met, sektor. Tapi gue ngeri kena call deh. Coba ya,
On
jaga
the
jarak.
hunt.
Oh BM dok.
By the moon.
Dia datang.
Excuse me.
Hati-hati met.
Your enemy will miss that tower.
Cabut.
Selawa ya.
Defend your top tower. Why does that tower even try?
Agreed.
Oh shit.
Your top tower is under attack.
Dan strike bro.
Tide moves.
Bisa di mid. Kayaknya gue bisa kesolok di bawah sendiri nih.
On the hunt.
Ada spektornya kan berarti kan.
By the moon. I surge. To battle.
Hey, take a look at your bottom tower.
Goblok anjir.
Bawa aja.
Gua mati kan. Ini blok anjir.
The enemy's bottom tower is falling.
Ramai amat ya.
Lah, Deko anjir.
Agreed. The tide moves. I could eat a jellyfish. A good path.
Tolongan. Langsung
langsung rata gua. Dibantai 3 orang aja.
My moon comes round and so.
Feel it. Your top tower is under attack.
Axe. You smell worse than Kuka. Agreed. By the moon.
Alah, mati dia.
Too soon. To battle. On the hunt.
Tiba-tiba
I serve.
anjing Spectre level 11, gue level 12 aja.
Battle.
Coming, Bray. Jangan takut, Matt. Gue BKB dulu.
Anjay rata bro.
I could eat up.
Matt.
Udah mati anjing. Gua mati pak, kena ulti pak. Ulti aja deh. Ayo 6 orang bro. Nah iki yang lu tunggu-tunggu kan. Jangkar ready bro.
Ngap. Sokin aja ngap, sok ngap.
Maju gak ngap?
Nggak dari target
Aduh,
aja.
belum beli tapi. Dulu lah biar enak.
Well-gotten gains.
Sen kaki bray.
To battle.
Anjing megang gem gelo.
What the hell?
I take. I could eat a giant ice.
Pasti kok dikit banget baru 28 anjing.
By the moon.
Musuh Lincoln enak banget nih, counter 2 orang langsung. Gazura Melsi. Matt. Tren gas.
Gas kuy. Ya di duel pak. Buru mati anjing.
Main nonton mereka yuk.
Ya
Your
iyalah.
bottom tower is under attack.
Bawa cari.
Wah nih. Nih kan.
The time.
Semangat ya belum aman.
Gua ada TP, Matt.
Ada gua selalu. Bayangan doang tapi.
On the hunt.
Gua ya, Matt.
Your top tower is under attack.
Bawa lagi ya?
Oh.
Checks, they really should do
By
something
the
about that.
moon.
Your top tower has fallen.
Bayangan apa anjing hancur gitu tau orang.
Sama krip.
The time.
Defend your top tower.
Udah dua masih? Oh ada. Gua di BKB sih, Matt. Agak jauh ya.
Gua jadi slow.
I go. I surge.
Tuh krip.
To battle.
Ya ini. Waduh. Proses aja.
Alah, kena lagi. Mana sih belum amat? Ini. Gak bisa jalan aja.
The enemy's bottom tower is lost.
Kasihan sih manusia ya.
Gimana? Dapat hewan apa hari ini?
Manusia es.
On the hunt.
Betul. Terjangkar.
By the
Harusnya ngebeli ke gua.
Tadi gue sempat nempel ke lu soalnya. Dia bakal lompat. Dapat 3 soalnya tadi, gue langsung mundur.
Pas mati Bray. Ada Bray.
Mau apa dapat Spectre, Bray?
Ayo titip balik.
Di tip bos.
Kurang aja deh kan. Nah ini udah nge-slot sama Blue Whip kan. Wah the best so. Masa jalan nih.
I go. Thumbs in the water. The tide moves. Double damage by the moon. Agreed.
Guys.
Siapa yang radian coy? Terserah radian pak. Panas. Oh blok akse aja. Terserah radian nih. Lalu.
Ah ngetot lah. Gue terbang aja lah.
Udah mati pak belakang.
Hilang-hilangan cok. Gak enak. Gak ada das.
Twas but a shallow
Pan.
sleep. Thank
Empat.
now it's all.
Respon aja.
To back.
Gua udah blink.
A good path.
Nah, ini gue gelap. BKB gue met.
Udah tahan.
On the hunt.
Ingat saya dulu. Itu di tengah semua nih yakin gue. Mati aja Esen nih.
Halo gua. Yuk. Tuh 2, 3.
Ya, kejangkar udah gak bisa ngomong.
Nature's
Ngebok. Kejar kan. Alah. Wah, mati aja kan. Padahal lebih banyak anjing.
Threshold tuh sakit banget, Bray. Pasti lu.
Walah. Kalau dari kadali dah, Bray.
Lah dimainin, Bray. Aduh, sampai ada X anjing.
Oh, mati tuh X-nya. Pokoknya ya oke lah.
In with the
Nggak
tide.
jago gue.
So, allegiance to the
By the moon. Good.
Aduh, MP gue mati, Bray.
Ajar, Bray.
To battle.
Matt, bantu Matt, anjing.
I surge. Forward. I go. On the hunt. A good path. The tide moves.
Agak ngeri ya. Magicnya gila, anjir sakit banget. Menimpa apa gua dengerin? Apa ya lah?
By the moon.
Mana X-nya, Bray? Ngeri, Bray.
Gua ngeri sama X doang, sumpah dah.
To
Bawah
battle.
tuh.
Belum kuiras dah, X-nya tebel banget.
Lu aja kan. Kalau nggak LC nya. LC mau kuiras.
The tide moves.
Gas. Mid.
You realize
Gak ada nggak sih, Bray?
Waduh.
Ya, Mat, nyangkut, Mat. Tornado segala.
Gua kena, Bray.
Atur, Bray. Oh, Hydron bisa nih.
Anjing asis gua 3-3 edan.
defend the top tower. You know, this enemy's tower has got collision. That is just fortunate. Your top tower is under attack.
Ya, dadarkan.
The enemy's bottom
Sebut duluan kena ES mati lu.
Your top tower is under attack.
I sprout anew.
Asli dari timnya enak tuh anjir. Ngerti main gitu.
The enemy's middle tower.
I surge.
Naik clarity, Mat.
I go.
Nggak ada.
Apa kayak yang namain mana?
Nggak ada.
By the moon.
Emang kagak ada kontol.
Kontol anjir, gila tai. Lu nggak usah main aja anjing, gak ada gunanya tai.
Memek lu nggak liat akses gue 3-3 bro.
You're sunk. To battle.
Iya ini jalan.
On the hunt. I go.
Berani-beraninya anjir. Sama. Mati lagi. Alah malah berenang gua goblok. Gitu kalau main, Bray.
Madun ya, gocek terus.
Gitu kalau main kan anjing.
Mantap ding. Siapa bilang kita mau naik tangga ya, belok kiri bos, langsung banting setir. Fuck tangga anjing.
Ya kan kalkulasi gue mantap ya. Mantap lah bos.
Emang langsung banting setir anjing. Gak perlu tangga-tanggaan lah.
It's not time. Forward. I go.
Saya dulu guys.
Kalau gitu dia Spectre gue lupa aja gue.
On the hunt.
Apa nih?
Ada satu bomet.
Aresnya di atas. Ngapain capek ke bawah?
I could eat a blue whale.
Aresnya di atas dan
To battle.
batu ya masih dicek juga.
On the hunt. I serve. No escape.
Ngaruh. Kosan dulu ngaruh. Nggak ada yang mau nolongin apa ya? Ada gue bikin mulu ya. Darah lu penuh itu.
Aman guys. Satanik bosku.
Udah heal ya? Gimana?
Immortality.
From the shallows.
Gumus bosku.
By the moon.
Ke atas sih. Spectre mau apa tuh? Lincoln kah?
To battle.
Dulu bosku.
Time.
Ayo maju. Awas anakannya ngentot.
A good A good
Goblok anjir langsung BKB aja. Mati anjir. Eco angin anjir. Ah, gak ada mana gua kan. Cabut dulu sih.
A colossal squid. Scorch your name in the book of the dead.
Rata, Bray. Ya nggak kena lu kan.
The enemy's top barracks was full. Burn it all down.
Mulanya menarik lah ya.
Masih gampang aja main Dota. Sekarang udah beda.
Where's the enemy? I know, Dex. I was just.
By the moon.
The enemy's middle tower was full.
Anjing itu apa nih? Ada area what the fuck? Si satunya
Dari
men.
dulu anjir.
Gokil aja.
The tide moves.
Edan.
Nice try. Radiant
Easy. Easy.
Masih gampang.
Kentot anjing, gampang banget, bang.
Ribet sih kan lu keren banget penonton tidak kecewa ya kan.
Biasa nonton F1 udah banget ya gitu. Bandingan mantap. Fakta bisa menahan si force yang tinggi, Bro. Menahan gravitasi itu anjing udah kayak ngebawa aja ke tempat kan. Hubungannya udah mulai sakit banget ya. Holy shit. Itu soalnya dia ada itu ya skill yang magic itu loh yang item sama velocity squad. Berkali-kali gue mati sama angannya sih. Sama gue gak bisa nyala soalnya kan. Cuma jadi kita nonton jagoan dulu kan.
E5 up here, and there's 2 more ancient camps. It's not 13, it's 12 new neutral camps on the map, so more to farm. And on top of that, we got these new Tormentor things that we were talking about. These are located close to each base. When you kill these, they spawn at 20 minutes. They give your team gold a little bit, and you get an Ag Shard dropped for the poorest person on your team. Nice for support players. They do reflect damage that they take, though, so you're going to see teams take a lot of damage when they take Tormentors, and hopefully not make too many mistakes. You've also got Lotus Orbs on the map, which are these nice pools that are located near each safe lane. Teams are going to fight over these every 3 minutes that they spawn, because they heal you for health and mana. And later in the game, they can stack up to heal you for a huge amount of health and mana. So you're going to see these in some inventories. Another big part of the game, Wisdom Runes. These are pretty close to the Tormentors on each side. And, sorry, the video didn't switch. There we go. Wisdom Runes on each side of the map. These are going to give your team some experience to the lowest leveled heroes on your team. So teams are really going to fight over these every 7 minutes, especially for the support players. That's really, really important. And finally, the last one that I'll talk about are Watchers. You're going to see these on the map. They're either going to be blue or red or gray if no one's using them, and they are temporary wards that teams can control to get vision. So these are all the different ways that allow you to play the map in a big way and get across the map easily, make the game more dynamic, and allow you to have more objectives. So those are the main updates that you'll see when you're watching the games today.
Thanks, Purge. Appreciate it. All of the updates, maybe even an explanation as to why we're getting these game lengths going longer. Support's getting richer, that we're seeing some people who are normally traditionally pos 5s actually getting the same amount of net worth as some of their pos 3s, their pos 2s.
No?
Yeah, I think that switch is very important right now, that you have to have in the draft a position 4 or 5 heroes that actually can scale in the draft, because if you don't have that scale, then you're losing in the late game, right? So that's why you see a lot of Ancient Apparition, a lot of Phoenixes, a lot of Grimstrokes, a lot of...
There's one more. Enchantress.
Enchantress,
That
yeah, of
hero
course,
is
the
nuts.
constant output damage. Yeah.
Yeah, Enchantress, when you say her name, one team, one player in particular comes to mind. We're going to be seeing him playing today as well, so let's pull up our schedule. The person I'm talking about is obviously Miposhka. He's had an amazing performance on the Enchantress already throughout group stages, and we're going to be seeing him first team up. They're going to be playing against Virtus Pro, Liquid, Talon, LGD 9 Pandas, Nouns, and Azure. It is all upper bracket games today. No one is being eliminated in our Friday, in our day one of the road to the international playoffs. So even if there is a loss, it's not pure heartbreak, okay? You can still be in the run here for the Aegis. But out of those 4, Sheep, which one stands out where you like, oh, we could get some spicy 3-game best of 3 happening?
It's kind of a boring answer, but like Liquid Talon have played each other like 100 million times this year.
Yep.
So it's kind of
that exact number.
Exactly. Yeah. I want to see how it plays out again. Probably not so fun for those teams, but I think Talon are excited about it, right? These guys like beat Gaming, and it's like, you beat Gaming, you beat the guys that won all 3 majors. They're like, yeah, we don't care. We only care about getting back to Liquid because we want to fight them again. Like, that's so funny to me. I'm excited for that matchup.
Yeah, but the thing about Liquid, the only one team that could stop them was Gaming Gladiators, and they're in the lower bracket, so there's no stopping for the upper bracket finals for them.
Yeah, Liquid kind of happy with that one for themselves. It is going to be a great matchup when we get to it. T, do you have one?
I'm probably going to go with like LGD 9 Pandas. I think both of these regions have kind of struggled throughout the year, even last TI. So getting some China or Eastern Europe kind of further into the tournament. And I think LGD is also, there's a lot of pressure on them. They go from like the old guard to now the new kind of fresh talent. The old guard are now suddenly on
The
Azure
prestige,
Ray.
though, of the org still sits. So even though
Super
the
high, yeah.
majority of it has switched over to newer players, you're just like, okay, but it's LGD, you know? You still got the Zhao 8 as your
It's
coach.
Zhao 8.
Like,
Yeah, he's still there, just kind of looming in the corner. Like he expects to get to the grand finals, expects to get there, and so far it feels like they're on the track to get there. So yeah, I kind of like to see if they can kind of continue that run.
yeah. Do you have faith in them, Rezo? Are you like, yeah, LGD, this roster could be the one to make it towards the end?
I think they're in a better form right now than ever, and obviously like they have a pretty good chance because they faced already Ramses and, and Solo many times before, and they came up on top every time. I'm pretty excited what's gonna happen this year around, but I'm gonna be rooting for Nouns in today's matches. I think it's gonna be very good to see how they're gonna do in the booth, because it's a very big challenge for them, I think.
That's true. You already mentioned before that sometimes it's a bit of a buff to be in front of a crowd. For some people, you can draw on that energy, and other people, it's almost too much energy to take in all at once. Do you think it's going to be another clean series for them when we do get to it? Right, Nouns are playing at the end of the day, but could it be a
I'm not sure how clean it's gonna be.
Okay, you just want them to win. You're just like, doesn't matter how clean it is, get the job done, boys.
For sure. I'm just rooting for these guys because they bring me the joy when I'm looking how they're playing, and like this K1, the unique heroes that they're picking, like Offlane Witch Doctor, I didn't see it from anybody else except David. So.
I mean, it helps that they're playing the last series because they can come in early, maybe series 2 or 3, sit in the corner of the crowd, hear the crowd.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they get to keep on that gamer schedule. You know, I know some of the.
True. Also, if you suddenly go from playing 2 in the morning to no, but yeah, I feel like if they come in early, absorb kind of the atmosphere, see what it's like. Of course, the booth will change everything, but I feel like they should be in a relatively good spot to not be so TI type of vibe.
I know that our first matchup is Team Spirit and Virtus Pro, and we'll get into that one a little bit more, but just looking from the outside, Sheep, how do you expect that one to play out?
Okay, well, fine, I'll say it, guys. I think Team Spirit are favored to win.
Oh, really?
I think they have really good results, and they look a little bit stronger than Virtus Pro.
A little bit.
I know they were also actually wanted VP to be the ones that won their match to face them, I think.
Oh, okay, that was the preferred when they saw.
Yeah, so I think they're comfortable with the matchup.
I knew you'd say that, but I'm gonna say that VP are looking like a team that feel the meta right now and feel the heroes that are really powerful right now, and they know how to play them well. And they also, like, from the previous games I've seen, like, they know how to drag the game longer, and they're like playing the same way the Team Spirit is playing, so they're pretty similar in terms of that. But I think VP even like have better understanding of the meta heroes.
Do you think the 4-day break is going to be a hindrance to any teams that might have lost momentum? Because VP had that rough start, they built it up for themselves. Any other team playing today that sort of sits in that category too?
Yeah, I think the 4-day break will, the teams that are suddenly in their stride, now their strats are going to be picked apart a little bit more, like these Spirit Breakers, these Bristlebacks. It's like, oh, wait, we can counter this hero, we shouldn't be so afraid. So I think that's going to hurt some teams, and like VP, they've never beat Spirit in the entire year. The organization hasn't beat Spirit for
They've still
nearly
gotten
2
games
years.
off of them.
Yeah, but that's not a series. I'm not going to go home, Mom, I won a game today. No, it doesn't matter, you're not
I'd be
progressing.
proud.
Yeah, no. But no, she's not. But no, yeah, so I think for VP at least, this 4-day break is going to help them a lot, and we hear the horn.
The horn.
The horn.
Do you guys know what that means then?
What does it mean, Nat? Can you tell me?
Well, it does mean we're hearing the horn. We are excited to get our day started. We've done enough talking about everything that has already happened in the road to the international. So let's open this show. Let's have our first game. Let's start our upper bracket matches.
It is a beacon, sounding a call to greatness that echoes worldwide. A crucible, forging a single contender worthy of rising above the very best. And a celebration, gathering a community of millions to witness history unfold. It is the International, the final proving ground, where the world's finest Dota teams assemble to face each other in the ultimate test. Each challenger has earned this honor through hard-fought victories in matchups around the globe. The journey has tested some more than others, but the favorites and underdogs all know the road to the Aegis defies all prediction, and anyone can carve a new legacy here. The Aegis of Champions returns to Seattle, and with it the eyes of the world. 16 teams compete for ultimate glory. Only one can seize immortality. Who will emerge victorious? The battle begins.
Every team has the potential here. The road to the international playoffs, we're starting today. The vibes are electric, Sheep.
I am feeling it. The crowd is filling up. I'm so hyped right now. I can't wait for the first game. It's so
Well, you don't have to wait too much longer because we're going to bring our very first team out. Let's welcome them to the stage. Team has struggled all year, just missing out major after major. But here they are in the upper bracket, walking out on stage. They have so much to gain for themselves, backs against the wall, and they're going to be up against a tough opponent, an opponent that we're going to welcome to the stage now. Team has done it before and they could do it again. Our TI-10 champions are walking out here in the convention center at Seattle. They're going to be coming up against the Virtus Pro. They dominated the group stage. Overwatch. They went undefeated. They went undefeated in their best of 3 for the seeding, and they're the favorites in this matchup. Could they continue this undefeated streak? Could we see them go 10-0 team?
I mean, if there ever was a series, this is probably one for Spirit, because throughout the entire year they have had the best over Virtus.pro. Virtus.pro has lived in the shadows of all the other Eastern European teams. They finished 4th every single time. They have been like one series away from getting to a major, but they've just never been good enough. But to be in the upper bracket, to be against a team that they've probably scrimmed throughout the entire year, this is like the nicest moment for them. Like they can finally seek revenge over the teams that have just kept them away from this international stage.
We talked about that one. Look, that could be the advantage. It could be the disadvantage as well, knowing your opponents so closely, being able to play all year against each other. They don't have the best head-to-head record sheet. We talked about that one for a little bit, that throughout the whole DPC, in those 3 tours, they weren't able to take a series. Yes, one game, but not a series.
That's just how it be. I mean, especially when you're playing against Spirit, who are so good at the game. I do think it sucks for VP that they didn't get that like precious LAN experience from like the majors throughout the year, and obviously Spirit did, and Spirit gained very many things from that, right? Like they talk on it in their videos. Actually, both of these teams produce vlogs for TI, which have been very fun to watch. It's kind of cool to see how both of them are dealing with the group stage and stuff so far. But yeah, like Team Spirit early on in the year were like, we want to fix up our early game, we want to play more aggressive, and they play more of these tournaments. They're like, okay, we go to Berlin, we feel like we had a really bad hero pool, we weren't happy with that. They moved to Bali, they're like, again, we feel like our hero pool is lacking, we don't have strategies right now, so they keep moving, they keep improving. Then they get to Riyadh, where they're like, okay, we think we fixed this, and they destroy. And it really feels like they know exactly what their problems are, whereas when I watch VP's vlogs a little bit more, they seem a little bit more like, oh, we're having miscommunication issues, we don't, like, stuff is just going wrong, and they're trying to fix it and patch it up as they go.
Yeah, we saw Lal just on our screen before. That's one of the players I really want to highlight here in Team Spirit, because while Spirit did win TI-10, 4 of these players were a part of lifting that Aegis. Lal wasn't it, so he's the only one on this roster that wasn't a part of that winning TI-10 championship, but he doesn't have a TI for himself at all. So he only joined them this year, and maybe a reason why their year was so slow to start, but now they've worked it all out, and he's really been able to grow into his role as mid laner.
Yeah, he had some issues at the beginning of the team because